everyone, welcome back. So today's video is the final video of 2016. I currently am taking a break from watching telly in pyjamas, eating Quality Street, and I've nipped back home. I've just filmed my what I got for Christmas video, so I'm going to leave that linked down below. That was uploaded a few days ago, and today's video are goals I want to set myself, and I think that you guys can all do along with me for 2017. So 2016 has been a great year for some aspects, and it's been a pretty shoddy year in a lot of ways as well. So for personal goals that I think we all could achieve and it would better ourselves and make the next year more enjoyable, I thought I would put together 17 goals for 2017. So let's go. They're in no particular order, so I've written them all on my phone, so I'm just gonna get cracking. So I'm sorry if you can hear Rupert snoring, but he's had a very busy few days. Parties, Christmas dinners, family, just kidding, but he's really tired. And I also don't really like to call them resolutions because I think that there's such an high expectation on them and they never work. Like, it can be the second week of January and you're like, well, that's ruined, and then you feel down about yourself. So it's really important to set realistic goals. Even small goals that you may think are small and not worth sharing, small goals, write them down and see what you can do. Take steps every day to achieve that goal, or just change your life a little bit each day, or change habits just to achieve a different goal. So the first one is go to bed at the same time every night and wake up the same time every day. Now, fair enough, some days may be an exception to the rule because you're out late at an event, or you need to wake up really early for school. Maybe, I don't know, obviously a lot of you are at school, but for me anyway, I may need to wake up early for a flight or things like that. So that aside, go to bed every day at 10 p.m. and wake up every day at 8 a.m. 10 p.m. bed, 8 a.m. wake up. That is a realistic one for me. So set yourself a time to go to bed every day and to wake up every day. You can get into a nice routine, do what works for you. Like, I've got ME, so I can't wake up super early or go to bed super late. And I have to pace myself during the day. But also, for example, I'm gonna wake up, have breakfast, Rupert have his breakfast, then we go for a walk straight away. So I think that'll be a really nice habit to pick up. So that is goal number one. Goal number two is write a gratitude journal. So I actually got a gratitude journal from Kiki K. Now, it's a lovely way of keeping everything in one place, but you don't necessarily need to write them down in a specific gratitude journal, nor do you need to actually have anything written down. I just think that it's really important for me and others and everybody to think each day of 3 things that you're grateful for that happened that day. And you may be like, well, some days I just spend at home. That's absolutely fine, so do I. Maybe that day I was grateful for a text from my mum. Maybe that day I was grateful because I had a lovely lunch. Maybe I was grateful because Rupert did a specific thing that made me laugh, and I'm grateful to have laughter in the day. So it can be little things like that. If we are grateful and show gratitude towards the tiny things, then imagine how amazing a feeling we're going to have when huge things happen that we're extremely grateful for. So show gratitude. Number 3 is more for a me kind of thing. So for me, I want to have a schedule. So for that I mean upload videos 3 times a week and blog on the other days in between. So let's say I upload a YouTube video Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and then I have a blog post on my blog on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday. So just have a schedule that I stick to. I don't know if that's going to be it, so don't hold me to that, but I will have one and I'll pin it to my Twitter or something like that. And I really just want to stick to a schedule so that it's known when my content is coming. So it's like every Monday and Wednesday and Friday. I don't even know when Coronation Street's on anymore, but you know that Coronation Street's going to be on that day, so you can like get ready and settle down. So I want an actual schedule. So my next goal is to spend more time in my living room. So that basically means I spend a lot of time here in my bedroom. Like, my bedroom is my chill place, the place I go to sleep and the place I watch Netflix on my laptop. Or I spend time in my office where I'm working and editing and writing and all that kind of stuff. Whereas my living room is kind of unused, but it's one of my favourite rooms in the house. It's so calming, it's quite a big space, and it's so pretty in there, and I've got a telly, and I just don't spend time in there, so I want to spend more time in there, get all cosy, because it is a cosy living room, and just be in the heart of the house. Just spend more time in my living room. So next up, and a really important one for everyone, is starting a new venture. So doing something that you've always wanted to do. Some people may have always wanted to do dance classes, go and do dance classes, singing classes. Some people may want to start a business. Some people may want to change direction of career. Some people just start a new venture and follow your passion. Don't do something you're not wanting to do. I think it's so, so important that, I know it's hard because you could just be like, well, I have to have this job because it pays the bills. But if you're not enjoying it, then is it really living, and is it really necessary and enriching life? This is a bit too deep, and I don't really know about life very much, so I only know what I know. But for me, starting a new venture, something fun is in the works with a friend of mine. We are partnering and starting something. So I am very excited for that. I can get creative again and just start a new venture. But another venture that I'm really, really excited for is going back to my old high school, which you know that I do that quite often at the moment anyway, and do assemblies around overcoming challenges and confidence or struggles and things like that, because I love my teachers. You know, I adore the teachers that just saved me basically. So I am going to continue on doing assemblies, but also each week or every other week, it's more or less each week up until a certain point, I'm going to be doing PSE lessons with a select group of girls and talk about confidence and body image and issues and struggles and overcoming things, because I really have gone full circle. Like, I was sat in that chair that this student maybe sat in, and now I've overcome things, and now I can go back and share wisdom in my own special way. So I'm really, really excited to do that. I'm really passionate about that kind of thing, and I can't thank my teachers enough, the ones that helped me. So I'm really, really excited to start new ventures in 2017, and you guys should too. Do something that gets you excited. Like, I just want to make flow charts and ideas and spider diagrams and design and just be passionate and excited about stuff. The next thing is write letters. You know that I think that writing is a lost art, and actually writing thank you letters and things like that. It's just been Christmas. Write thank you letters, or just throughout the year, write letters just because. Tell that person you appreciate them and why. No one is going to open a letter and be like, oh, I don't want this. Like, getting a letter in the mail is so much more exciting than getting a text on your phone. Getting a text is so normal and mundane these days that getting a letter is so exciting. A handwritten letter that's not a bill, and it's not like something boring and tax or anything like that. It's a handwritten letter to tell that person how special they are to you. How lovely is that? So I got a writing set recently, so I am just going to write loads of letters. You guys should write letters too. Just letters of appreciation just because. And it kind of ties in with the whole showing gratitude thing as well. Something that I struggle with that I really want to improve on and have as a goal is not doubting myself. There are so many things that I want to do or say I want to do, and I think, oh, I can't, I'm not good enough, or I'm not successful enough, not pretty enough. Just so many things I doubt myself, and I know everyone doubts themselves every single day. There'll be something that you want to do or something that you want to try, and you're like, oh no, there's no point, I'm not going to be able to do it. Just do it. Don't doubt yourself. You only fail if you don't try. So, because if you don't try, you're 100% going to fail. There's that famous quote, I don't know how it goes, but if you don't try, then you're 100% going to fail. If you do try, you may look a bit foolish on the way, but no one cares. No one actually cares if you look a bit silly. But also, you don't look silly because you're trying. Don't be embarrassed. Don't doubt oneself. And just do it. I need to learn this. I need to stop doubting myself and thinking I'm not good enough to do certain things, or not good enough to say certain things, or I get embarrassed if someone compliments me in front of other people because I think, oh, that person doesn't think that, and oh, I'm not you just have to go with it. So the next one is declutter. Get rid of things that I don't use, donate things, sell things, give things away. Everyone has a lot of things, and hardly anyone these days lives a minimalist life, and I can imagine it would be so calming and so relaxing to just not be cluttered. So even in the head, like, everything's cluttered and desks can be cluttered, and it's so much easier to work when you've got a tidy desk. Like, having a tidy desk just makes everything so much better. So one of my goals is to declutter and stay decluttered. So this next one kind of goes along with decluttering, and this one is having a social media cleanse. So there are so many people that I don't like relate to, or that are a bit negative and things like that. So I want to sort of unfollow. I feel a bit awkward talking about that. Unfollow people on Twitter. I want to go through my Facebook friends who I'm actually still friends with. Not that I'm not friends with people, but if like you're at a social gathering or a social situation and someone else is there and you're like, oh sure, I'll accept you on Facebook, but you don't interact, it's a bit pointless, you don't really know them, unfriend. But I want to have a social media cleanse, but I also want to interact more. So I reply to you guys' tweets often, as much as I can, but I also mean that if someone that I follow tweets something, like, reply to it, retweet it if I enjoy the tweet or if I agree. Say so. Like, comment on things, comment more on people's YouTube videos, comment more on people's Instagrams, like people's Instagrams more, support more. If I enjoy a blog post, share it. If I love a video, share it and say why. So I think whilst I want to declutter and cleanse my social media, I also want to have more interaction and more support. I want to support more. So because we're one big community, we all do the same thing, and why wouldn't you want to support that and tell that person that you really enjoyed their blog post, or you really love their Instagram picture, or you know, just comment. I think I say this one quite a lot, but it's say no and only say yes to things that I know that I can manage. I feel like in 2016 I took on too much and I got a bit stressed and a bit burnt out. So say no to things and only say yes to things that I can manage. Make time for creativity. So set aside time that I can draw and paint and write things down and illustrate things, and just have more time for creativity, because I always think, like, or even reading, just things that I'm like, oh, who has time to do that? And we're in such a busy world that it feels impossible to sit down and colour in a colouring book. But I want to make time to do creative things, and I think that you guys should as well. It's so important to keep that creativity alive and keep designing and keep creating and bake and just make time for creativity. I think it's so important and it's fun. So the next one is be more present. Live in the moment and not worry about the next moment, and don't think, oh, this is fun, but I can't think about the fun because this happened yesterday and I'm stressed about it, or this is going to happen tomorrow and I'm a bit worried about it. Just think about what's happening right now, because what's happened has happened, and what's to come, you have no control over that anyway. So just enjoy what's going on now, or even if it's not enjoyable, still live in the moment and think about what's happening. And you don't need to take pictures of everything. This is something that I worry about, because I'm like, oh, I need to update Instagram stories, or I need to pick up the camera, or I need to put this on Twitter. I don't need to, and you guys don't need to do that either. There are some things that you can just enjoy in the moment, and I need to remember that. Something else for 2017 is develop relationships. So people that I kind of know, like people that I might say hi to at an event, or like smile at if you pass them in the corridor at school, but you wouldn't feel comfortable being like, oh hey, let's hang out. I want to do that. I want more people that if I was in London, because so many times I'm in London, I've got like a spare few hours and I just get too nervous to ask anyone, so I just kind of hang around in Starbucks or Topshop or something. But I want to have the courage, and I want to develop relationships enough that I feel ready and comfortable to be like, do you want to hang out? So I really want to develop relationships, and I'm sure there are people that you guys know that you see at school, or you see out and about, or you see at your local coffee shop all the time. Just go and talk to them, and I think that's something that comes with time and confidence. But I really want to develop on relationships and keep replying and text back and organise days out and organise coffee dates and actually make them happen. Don't just be like, oh, we should definitely go out for lunch sometime. Just actually make that plan and write it in your diary. Have a date. The next one's a bit like, ugh, but it's to remember that love is a verb. So by that I mean me to show other people that love is a verb. So show them that I love them, as in like take actions, and if I go home, wash up and carry out things and take them places and actually show the love and do the love. Like, it's, I'm finding this difficult to explain, but also to remember that the love that I receive needs to be a doing word. A verb is a doing or a being word. I need to remember that. They're not just buying something, or they're not just using you for something. They genuinely are showing you that they love you, and I and you need to show others that you love them and take actions and actually practice love. Does this make sense? Keep on top of things and stay focused on the task at hand. Buy flowers for myself, because if I have no one that buys me flowers, then buy them for myself. And buy yourself flowers. They're so pretty, and it can just make you feel really like, having some flowers in your room is just really, it's a lot more uplifting, and it's such a little thing that can just boost your mood more than you'd think. Then finally, act like a tourist. I often say to people, oh, I always feel so much happier and more free when I'm on holiday, and I don't worry what people think of me. So why on earth do I worry so much here? And I'm sure you guys feel a lot more relaxed and comfortable and happy on holiday as well. Yes, you're kind of stepped outside of your everyday mundane reality, if it is mundane, or your everyday norms. Yes, you're on holiday, yes, you're in a different climate, but when you're home, act like a tourist, or explore the city that you live in. Do touristy things that you may not have ever done before. So many people live in London yet haven't been on the London Eye, and just things like that. Be a tourist and be free and happy, and yeah. And of course, be happy, be healthy. That's always a goal in life, isn't it? So let's all try and have a really happy and fingers crossed healthy 2017. It's January 1st is a new start, but also remember that each day is a new start, or each hour is a new start. So if you feel like, oh, it's the 2nd and this has happened, then try again the next day. Courage doesn't always roar. Courage is sometimes the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, let's try it again tomorrow. So just keep going, keep pushing through, and let's have a fabulous year. Thank you so much for all of the love and support from you guys this year. I am so grateful for you all. I thank you so much for all of your support. Continue on having a lovely, relaxing time with family and friends during these festivities, and I'm excited for New Year's Eve. Yay. I've done this for the past few years, and I actually have a couple of weeks off from uploading videos on YouTube in January. So don't expect any videos from me for the first few weeks of 2017, as I just like to have a bit of time, and we are all allowed that. So those are 17 goals for 2017. I hope they're helpful. I hope you think, oh, I could do that, and I hope you're inspired to try some out for yourself. Let me know down below any of your goals for the next year, and I will see you in my next video.